Want to have your clip featured in the Skyrim Clip of the Week? Simply record the clip on your Xbox and then send it to me via message. My gamertag is iRyanI, that's IRYENI, and then you can message it to me over Xbox and I'll be able to view it. I look forward to seeing the clips that you guys send me. Now moving on to the video. Hey, what's up guys, it's Ryan and welcome back to another episode of Modded Monday. We're on week number 158 now guys. I've picked out 5 new mods for you guys to check out and perhaps add them to your load order if you find them interesting, so let's just jump straight into it. Starting off at our number 5 spot, we have the More Colorful Plant Summons mod. Now the mod page reads that More Colorful Plant Summons is a small mod that adds spells to plant and place the plants from more colorful critters anywhere you'd like to. Now you may be asking, what is the More Colorful Critters mod? Well, it's basically a mod that adds new colored critters with ingredients using in-game meshes and altered textures to make a bigger variety of ingredients and colors for the alchemist. It's also a mod that's required in order to use the More Colorful Plant Summons, so I definitely recommend checking that one out first, both of which will be linked in the description. But enough about the More Colorful Critters mod, we're here to talk about the More Colorful Plant Summons mod. Now how this mod actually works is first you have to find a shovel in one of 6 locations. First we have Riverwood behind the Sleeping Giant, there's Whiterun at the Pelagius Farm, Rorikstead, Halalu Farm, Salvus Farm, and even Serethi Farm. Now once you have one of these unique shovels, you can access it from the miscellaneous menu and activate it in order to craft the spell for the plant you want to place. Now you can actually place these plants via conjuration and then access the shovel again in your miscellaneous menu to pick the spell again to remove it from your spell inventory. Then you can harvest the plants if you want to and they'll respawn after 3 days. So this mod actually allows you to place plants now, which is completely groundbreaking whenever it comes to building houses. You know, if you have a huge combination of different mods together, such as Anna's unique spell, placeable statics, and then other mods such as this plant summons mod, you'll be able to have so many means of customization in terms of building your own house, you know, altering the landscape, and then actually placing plants now to make a completely unique home with every character you create. I always found it kind of boring after a while that you just keep buying the same house, such as Breeze Home or any other house that you go to in the game. You kind of just get into a little bit of a rut whenever it comes to the way that you play the game, but this makes it so that you can completely customize anything you would like whenever it comes to plants, and like I said, combining it with other mods such as the ones that I listed before, Anna's unique spells, which allows you to place buildings, placeable statics, which allows you to place furniture, and then now you can place plants. Just, it's a huge combination of mods together that will just completely groundbreak the house building aspect for us Xbox users. I know PC players have a construction kit where they can actually build houses of their own, but us Xbox users don't actually have that, so it's cool to see mods come to the Xbox servers for us to download in order to actually customize our houses and make them the way that we want them to be. Now, a few important topics that the mod creator left in the description here is that you should use the spearmint and Ethereum sparingly, as they can cause lag in large numbers, and if summoned inside they will become the property of the cell's owner, so it's important to not place plants in someone else's property. Also make sure not to summon them at NPCs or you'll end up with floating plants, and it's suggested to use a positioner to rotate and move the plants if you're not happy with their positions. All in all, I'm a huge fan of what this mod does and everything that it allows you to do, so if you're interested in creating a load order of your own that focuses more on house building, then the More Colorful Plant Summons is definitely a mod that I'd recommend checking out. Coming in at our number 4 spot, we have the Iron Atronach, Mihail Monsters and Animals. Now I know last week I covered a lot of Mihail Monsters and Animals mods, but there's been a ton of new ones that surfaced here on Xbox. The Iron Atronach looks absolutely badass and intimidating as hell, and the mod page reads that these first appeared on Elder Scrolls Online. These Iron Atronach are a type of golem that are composed of partially molted iron. They are among the highest ranks of these type of Daedra and are also probably one of the most powerful among the fire-related ones. They are commonly found in places filled with lava, but they seem to be able to create their own lava pounds if necessary. What could suggest that the lava may act as a heater to their body metal composition? The fact is that their bodies are always on pre-melt temperature, and just the simple approach to one of them can put other living beings on fire. In Nirn, they're considered to be a rare sight, eventually being summoned by a fire user dragon priest, high pyromancer, or just some unbound one that are known to live on the Ethereum Forge. Falmer shamans managed to summon one on Gloomreach Cave that lives on the lava pound he created on the deep areas of the grove. He also guards the key that opens the master chest at the end of that cave, when you will obtain the spellbook to summon him. This is a master level spell to summon him, of course. The features of this mod include one new Daedra, which is the high level summon and respawnable enemy, the Iron Atronach, which has custom effects, behavior, attacks, and new sounds, and also features more lore from the Elder Scrolls Online. And like I said in the beginning here, he looks absolutely terrifying and badass. I really love this enemy and how it looks, but coming in at 140.45 megabytes, it's a little steep on my end whenever it comes to adding in a new monster, which kind of gives me an idea. Should I eventually create a load order that's just filled with boss battles and different types of monsters? Because I feel like that would be a very interesting idea. Let's talk in the comments. Let's try to plan something out here. I mean, I am working on the stealth load order and assassin load order. I know you guys are waiting for that, but I've just been moving into a new place and everything, so other than that, the Iron Atronach is definitely a mod that I'd recommend checking out if you're looking to fight new bosses or just have a challenge thrown your way or a new badass enemy to fight in the game. Coming in at our number 3 spot, we have Chapter 2, Jeremy's Soul-Inspired Music by Dreyma Music. Now, Dreyma Music, I just want to say this right now, if you're watching, you are incredibly talented, and this mod is amazing. This is a music mod that features 1 full hour of fan-made Elder Scrolls-esque ambient fantasy music, and the mod page reads that Skyrim's soundtrack is one of my favorite scores of all time, not because I associate the music with nostalgia about the game, or that I associate it with the game Skyrim at all, it's because musically it conveys a sense of the world out there. How Soule managed to give the listener a sense of cold and nature in his pieces is something that's truly remarkable, and I don't know any other composers that have been able to accomplish this. Being a composer myself, I wanted to try to make similar music to his beautiful work on the Elder Scrolls, so I studied and analyzed all of Oblivion's and Skyrim soundtracks. Then I started to notice subtle patterns and trends in his songs, and I started using these components myself. I started to later make and publish my own Elder Scrolls-esque music on my YouTube channel, which I'll definitely feature in the description and recommend you guys check out. But enough of my rambling about the mod, let's actually dive in and listen to some of these amazing tracks. Doesn't this just perfectly capture the Elder Scrolls theme? I really have to say, you perfected this. It is absolutely amazing, and this might just be the music mod that I replace in my load order now. So if you're looking for some new tracks to listen to whenever you're going through your adventures, then the Chapter 2 Jeremy Soul Inspired Music by Dreyma Music is a perfect mod for you. Coming in at our number 2 spot, we have the Wolf's Lair. Now the mod page reads that this is a player home located in the Jorrvaskr living quarters, and it's an impressive player home worthy of the leader of the companions, with everything that you need. The creator of the mod felt that the small room in Jorrvaskr was a little bit underwhelming. There's no real safe storage, no mannequins, no weapon racks, it's more like a rental room at an inn, and there's nothing special about it. This mighty player home is featured in the living quarters of Jorrvaskr, where there's a door that leads to an underground living space, with running water in the cave that you can bathe or drink in. Inside the main living area, you can find numerous mannequins, there's a large warm fire to sit by, there's a bench with a bookshelf, shrines are also located here, there's a dining area for 6 people, a cooking spit, an oven with lots of food storage, and even a library that can hold up to 200 books. Close by the kitchen is a wood storeroom and a large wood pile where you can store wood in. There's also 2 racks for an axe and pickaxe, and the plush bedroom is fit for a king. So as you can see, this is a huge upgrade from the Jorrvaskr player home that originally was in the game. You can now use Jorrvaskr as your true player home, so now it feels more worthy to be the guildmaster and actually be the leader of the companions, and actually lead the companions within Jorrvaskr itself. And that's definitely why this mod comes in at our number 2 spot, so I'd strongly recommend downloading the Wolf's Lair and giving it a try for yourself. Coming in at our number 1 spot, we have AMidian Book of Silence, a weapon and armor overhaul. Now this mod sets the industry standard for Skyrim textures. The mod page reads that Tarsh Gaming is pleased to present Cabal 120's beautiful armors and weapons for you to enjoy. These textures remain true to the author's image with only minor edits made to them, and this is a 2K standard version for high definition textures. Now the armors that have been reimagined and remastered in this mod include the light armor such as fur, studded, and hide, and the Savior's hide is also included, and then for the heavy armors we have iron, steel, blades, dwarven, orcish, elven, ebony, draggard, nordplate, daedric, and even the companion and wolf armors. It also includes the ebony mail and all Skyforge items as well. Glass has been set to the original silver with green that dates back to Morrowind and is also featured in the Elder Scrolls Online. This is to stay as lore friendly as possible to the Elder Scrolls series. I do feel as though Oblivion's green for glass was a bit too green, so I'm glad they didn't go all out on that, but all in all I do feel like all of these armors and weapons that have been remastered and reimagined definitely fit into the game perfectly. Now this is definitely a mod that I would recommend to anyone that's looking for an armor overhaul but doesn't necessarily have enough space, because 448.57 megabytes is a good bit for a load order, yes, but it's not as big as some of the other armor overhauls that are out there, such as the one that I use. It's called Variations. It comes in at like 700 plus megabytes, which can get a little crazy if you have a large load order. But in my personal opinion, I really like the look of all of these retextures of the armors in the game, and I think that the mod creator did a great job in doing so, and that's definitely why it comes in at our number 1 spot. So if you are looking for a new weapon and armor overhaul, then the AMidianborn Book of Silence is definitely a mod that I'd recommend checking out. So that's pretty much it for this week's episode of the top 5 Skyrim mods of the week. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and if you did, I'd appreciate it if you left a like and subscribe if you're new. It really helps me out a lot. And if you have any suggestions for mods you'd like me to cover in future top 5 mod episodes, be sure to let me know in the comment section below, or you can follow me on Twitter. I'll be sure to leave my Twitter in the description, and you guys can follow me on there and leave me suggestions to there as well. Special shout out to my Patreon supporters. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys have done for me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I will talk to you guys later.